Good morning. How we doing? We've got Spill Paint Pot. Thank you so much for that sub for 13 months of support. Thank you, thank you. Yep. We've also got Honor First coming in with that alert. Jezzy also coming in with a sub for 40 months of support. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Is tired mostly. Gotta work somewhere close on time, so I'll take the wins. We got Butts. We got Scott. We had Ravenlord lurking in here. How we doing today? I'm also just not feeling it. But we have this chaos night that we really need to paint, and I got airbrushed, so we are going to work on it today. Chaotic Stupid, thank you so much for that sub for 26 months of support. Happy duty, y'all. Got a week off for my birthday. Which day is your birthday? Happy birthday. Which day is it? What are we doing with the week off? Do we have big plans? Or just taking it to enjoy it? It's Thursday. Happy early birthday. That's exciting. Yeah, what you got planned for it? Riot blarging on in. I think, yeah, we're all in the blarg boat today. But that's okay. We can all blarg together. I'm gonna go ahead and start. We're doing, it's actually black trim for this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the ones I know we need to do. And then we're going to start diving into kind of the same as we did with the big ones. So we're going to get all of the metallic done. Just start working our way through the different pieces. I'll probably save the weapons for later because I will airbrush those just to get them started. Basically do the same that this is. Keep it nice and smooth. But we're just going to dive on in. This is our next Chaos Night. What are you guys up to today? My day is this. Probably do some more airbrushing to get the other bits. And I guess I need to figure out what our new bot's going to be. So I have moved our commands over just to stream elements for today and tomorrow. And I think end of this week I'll figure out where our permanent bot home is going to be. Whatever we're going to go with. Tony, welcome in. How are you? Let's see. Paint My Brothers. Ooh, Karazai. That's a fun plan for the week. It's a big project. It'll definitely take some time. It is in fact a Monday. Feeling it today. Today is, here in Texas, it is very rainy. It's cold. And I kind of just want to snuggle up under a blanket and play some video games. That's all I want to do, but we need to get these painted. So we're here. We doing it. Anyone else going to do some hobby either later today or here along with me? Depending on time zones. Yesterday we worked on some Kingdom Death, which was fun. Need to get back to her at some point. What I need to work on off stream is finishing up the Cavalier Marshal that we started for Scott. I may work on that a little bit tonight. We shall see. Hey Avian, how are you? How was weekend? Yeah, how was everyone's weekend? We didn't get to chat yesterday. How was weekend? We had D&D on Saturday, where I became a werewolf queen. That was a highlight for me. And then I've been playing Pal World with UK crew and then with Scott, depending on who is on when. I've got a world I'm kind of tinkering with for when we can't all play together. But it's been really fun. That's about it. What does this dog? Does it have an anime influence? It does. So this is part of the Overlord Knight Army. This is from Overlord. This is Delta. And so if you know the character, we've got the orange from her hair. She needs a little bit more of the camo. So I did the top missile. The Chaos ones don't have the little cowl like right above the head like the Imperial ones do. So I think we're going to mask this off and also do the camo for her little scarf. I'm kind of debating on that right now. But yeah, it's Delta from Overlord, if you're familiar with the characters. So I've translated over for today. Oh, Saran, Wasted Mind, how we doing? Werewolf Queen, end of character arc? Cursive Straw jumped the bus as soon as I let them gain cursive. So basically we found out that the werewolves had an item we needed for a quest. And we also wanted the werewolves' help against Strahd. So for the werewolves to help us, they basically said, you have to prove you're tougher than us. So in a 1-to-1 battle, I went up against the werewolf leader, and I won. So now they're my werewolves. I am the alpha now. So yeah, I am the werewolf queen. I also got bit. So I will in fact become a werewolf queen at some point. So this is all very exciting to me. But those are D&D in a nutshell. Yeah, werewolf, are you hard enough? I got bit, yep. Yep. A bit of cleaning, built a resin tonk, painted a bit of the warhounds, very nice. You've also got little stompy bots with me here then today. I need to finish my warhounds. I got them out to finish, and they're still sitting there. Whoops. Live Madness, hello. Frozen Wolf, Krista Snack, hello. How you doing? We're working on Little Knights today. Getting back on track with our Chaos Knight project. I learned that, so I was kind of waiting for the magnets to see how the big ones are going to come together. I need to not wait. That's on me. I should have just kept cruising, and I didn't, and I'm slowing myself down. So now we know. Now we keep cruising. Inky big stompy, little stompy today. Little stompy. Whenever my DM would introduce a werewolf into the game, I tried to seduce it, and I always rolled a 1. It's just not meant to be. You'll have to pick something else. You'll have to pick something else. Are you pretty good, Frozen Wolf? Just, mundane it up, a little sleepy. But that's okay. We're gonna get there. Need to make sure I work out again today. I was good, chat, before I played more video games. I did work out yesterday. And I cooked. I was awfully proud of myself for doing, basic human things. I did it. From tradition to seduce with damn things I know. I mean, if part of the tradition is not doing the thing, you got it. Nailed it. Well, didn't, but you know what I mean. The werewolf is flattered. They can't get over the human smell. I painted myself into a corner. Hold on. There we go. Are you sure I was talking about the night? True. True, there could be other Angie Stompies. What are you up to today? How was rest of weekend, Alive Madness? Video only keep focus on work. Sounds good, Norman. We'll see you later. If you even hear me right now. Probably not. I'm just babbling to myself. Good, just working. I hope work goes well. Everyone working today, I hope it goes well. I'm going to try my best to be productive today, even with the rain. We'll see how it goes. Autofire, welcome in. How are ya? How was the rest of weekend? I'm trying my darndest to get back to work today. Wait 1 second. Babbling to self has been it. Okay, you did hear me then. At least for a moment, I got you. Gosh, darn it, these little pieces are making me crazy. Alright, sorry, I had to clean up a... Alright, here we go. Intacular, welcome back in. How are you today? Doing good, Shimster now, but it's 45 degrees in my workroom. Yeah, nope. I'm sorry. I hope you're able to get back to it here soon. That's rough. Yeah, no, that's a good day to take the day off. Yep. Hopefully you are keeping warm elsewhere in the house. I played Palworld most of the weekend. Played on Game Pass. I'm been on Steam for the updated version. I know some of my Like, the people I've been playing with have been talking about the same. I just don't know that I would play it enough to, like, warrant buying a game I'm already playing. But yeah, if you're gonna be playing it for a long time, makes sense. Absolutely. Hopefully Xbox can get everything certified here soon. Because I think people were saying they're even trying to get, like, the dedicated servers and stuff. So if they can get that pushed through, that would be pretty huge. Just a lot harder to do with consoles. Hey, Mandy, welcome in. How are ya? We're doing well. What you up to today? Mostly today because in the Steam version you can name yourself and your pals. It is a little goofy. You can't name your own character. You're just player number whatever. It is a little goofy. But yeah, just when they go through Xbox, they have to do a whole bunch of extra certifications for it to go through. So it just takes longer. What you up to today? We're just painting a night, trying to get some of this trim started. And then we're going to swap back to metallics. You guys know the drill by now. We've painted enough of these things. You know how it goes. So it's been about -22 and below in my parts last week, around 50 in my apartment. I couldn't figure out why. I realized that I left the window open in one of the rooms. That seems like a pretty big miss, I'm not gonna lie. That seems like a big miss. Wow. Well, now you know. Now you know. Yeah, we've been trying to keep even, like, the blinds closed and stuff to try and keep all the heat in. Like, obviously it's not as cold as where you're at, but our heating bill, don't want that to get too out of control. Double up on the blinkies, things like that. All right, we'll come back for the little bits that I had to hold on to later. Let's just go ahead and start metallics. There's a lot of it. We can't avoid it. Let's just dive in. Hanging out, trying to figure out what to do before work. I hope work goes well later for you. Well, we're working on this. Some of the other things we've been working on. I want to get back to this Cavalier Marshal here this week and finished up. Yesterday we were working on some Kingdom data. So I've got our pinup who's playing video games with her pizza and her cheese balls. So I worked on her yesterday. And then I've also got a large Imperial Fist army I've been working on. So here is a Dreadnought in progress. That's some of what we've been working on. Welcome on in. I even taped the vent in my room, hoping it would be warmer. Jeez. My house the other week was getting down to 50. I figured out the furnace filter was clogged, so it was shutting down the furnace. For our new windows, we put insulation in the windows when the temperatures were really high and low. Yeah, I feel like what are people doing? Taping also, like along windows and stuff. There's all kinds of different little things you can do. Maybe you need to do some... Like, we need to replace windows too, but until you can do that, there's some little tricks. They dropped the legacy rules for the old world. Okay, when you say drop, does that mean those armies can be played in tournaments? Or, like, rules just dropped for... Hey, Commodore, welcome in. How are you today? Good morning. Now, is she a mushroom? The rest made it difficult to see. She's sitting on, like, a cushion. I would have to go back to the lore to see what it actually is. But it's like, the actual Disciples of the Witch, their, like, clothing has the eyeballs and stuff. And the cushion is made of whatever that is. So it still has the eyeballs and things. Whatever that is, she's sitting on. PDFs are up. Okay, so if you guys need those, they are now up, it looks like. Go grab them. My old world peeps. I'm glad my wife is in charge of the brain cells, that's for sure. It's great. But now you know. Windows are expensive, yeah. We've got one project we want to do before we even start looking at any of that. So the one room we've never touched as far as like updating since we moved in, is our master bath. And we're looking to do that here in the spring. So maybe after all that gets sorted out, and start looking at. Because we've basically, with home prices the way that they are, we're going to be stuck here a while. So we might as well do the updates we want to do. We're starting to look at some of that. I read the rules. Oh, it's the hat that makes it weird. I feel like it's maybe a little too much purple. I was thinking if I maybe change her little... This is her clothing, but it's really just like her bikini and her hat. Maybe we go back to black after all. It's feeling like a little too much purple. The rules contained within this document allow players the opportunity to try out the old world rules using models they may have in their collection. They are not intended to use in match play events, will not be updated in line with any future. Okay, so it's the legacy armies. Their rules. Will there be a fountain in there? Absolutely. Yep. I just like to relax by my fountain after stream. Squeezel, welcome in. How are you? Especially there's little things I want to fix with my bathroom. There's so many things above it on the list. There's just... house stuff never ends. It just... as soon as you get one thing finished, something else explodes. And then you gotta work on that. It just never... William, hello! How are you? I don't know how long you're behind, because I've been working on this for a while. What'd you up to today, Will? How are we feeling? You feeling any better? I finally have a reason to buy Age of Sigmar minis. There you go. Take it. Take what you need from it, right? There you go. Blam, hello. How are you? We're working on night. What you got? Our furnace just went kaput. Oh no. I'm sorry. The worst time for it to happen. We had our AC went out in the middle of summer one year, and it was awful. I hope that you're doing okay and you're all prepared. A Kool-Aid water fountain? I could absolutely relax by a Kool-Aid fountain. You know? Nothing says relax. A Baja Blast fountain. It's in my bathroom. Scott, add it to the list. Gonna warm up for a few days here. Be up in the 30s and 40s. You're watching a bit of Power World. I think I figured out how to make it a little bit more small kid friendly. That's not the point of Power World. I think you've missed the entire point. That's not the point of Power World. Small kid friendly would be playing Pokemon. Well, says, tell me about it. I had all the money together to buy my Scott Stodies, then my car got totaled. A pipe burst on the floor. Today, the washing machine died. It's spewing water all over the mudroom. Oh my god, Will. I'm so sorry. How... what happened that it's spewing water? Then, like, is that a pipe again? Is this related? House stuff is the worst, yeah. Sometimes there's those days where it's like, if we were just back in an apartment, I wouldn't have to worry about all the shit. Sometimes it's too much. I totally agree. It's too much. You got a 36-pack of Baja Blast cans? I'm waiting for our store to get the sugar-free version. I have the regular, but with my diet, I can only have one like every now and then. Waiting for the zero sugar option. I'm gonna try and keep that one orange. For aesthetics. The mod that changes to smacking a pals with axes and clubs. You pet the pal in it. Yeah, what's the point? Just play Pokemon. I want to fist fight the sheep. Yeah, we're like, we get to machine gun the sheep. Runan, hello, how are ya? Welcome in. Yeah, can we fix the washer? I suggest to check the water in and water out hoses to make sure it's all good. Yeah, I feel like that's the actual water hose. if it's spewing water. Obviously, I'm not very mechanically minded, but that's all I could think of. Zero sugar Baja Blast is great. It's real good. That's what I get when I actually go to Taco Bell. That's what I normally get. But our store does not have it in the canned like version yet. When they do, though. I get miffed by being so cute in your character indenture. Well, yeah, that's the point. that's the point. We're all doing a capitalism out here. I feel like Avian has missed the point of Pal World. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be for you. That's okay. It's a pipe behind the control panel that has cracked. Okay. Costs an estimated $330 just for the part. And then you've got, yeah, paying the person to come and replace it. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Will. I don't know who you pissed off. Whoever has the voodoo doll of Will, please just give him a second. I don't know why this keeps happening. I'm sorry. I wish I could help. Make sure your drain isn't frozen if it's an outside wall. Had that happen to my parents' setup. Knackered the garage ceiling. Gosh. I did see there's actually a mod that puts Pokemon into Power World already. So you run around as Ash, and all of the Pokemon have been swapped over. Which, if Nintendo were to go after anything, would probably be that, but but I don't think that they can, because I believe it's a free mod. So. But if they were to be upset about anything, I feel like that would be the one. It's a 14-year-old washer, so new washer time, I guess. So sorry. If it is that old, though, yeah, maybe. Maybe. We've been fighting our fridge ice maker. But then we also realized we've had ours for quite some time. I think I am lucky in that Scott's very handy, and we can just replace a part. But yeah, over time, you just gotta replace bits and bits. What was the reincarnation? Is that Job? Sorry. God making him suffer to mess with the devil. Help this atheist out. Hey, Trooper Gaddy, welcome in. What do you think of the new Kroot? I think they look nice. I'm not a big Kroot person, or a big Tau person, really. But I think they look nice. What about you? Gonna be picking some up? Chat, anyone excited for new Kroot? They look like nice sculpts. The fact that we only saw, they said that's only half of what they're getting is pretty cool. So even more Kroot coming. That's pretty neat, I think. I can't even mail a mini to a friend. I know, it's... I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what you've done. Maybe in your past life, Will, you were just like this awful, awful person. I don't know. Like, it feels like it has to be something like that, right? I'll get the box. I already have 2K of Kroot. I've seen the first season of Good Omens. I keep forgetting that the second one is out. Yeah, I keep forgetting the second one is out. I feel like it just wasn't really advertised when it came out, like the first season was. I just forgot. I still need to watch Castlevania. I still don't watch that. I guess when I'm done with Power World and Dragon Quest and all that, I guess I'll go watch them. Hey guys, welcome in. I'm waiting for the I Am Kroot memes. I'm surprised I haven't seen more. How are you? Welcome on in. We're working on a Chaos Knight today. Trying to get all of the metallics started. There's a lot here on this top panel. Has been Hotel. I keep hearing about that. I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of stuff. The fact that, yeah, we're now to, what, season 4 on X-Files is pretty good for me, as far as watching stuff. the hose that goes outside the house from the dryer? The one that can get clogged up front and lint. Check that. You say that. I think we also need to do that. I think we need to do that too. I wish there was something where, like, you bought a house and you just got, like, this giant book. And it's just like, every so many years, you need to check this, or your house could burn down. Like, right now, you just get a house, and that's it. And so much of it is just kind of learning along the way because things, you know, break down, explode, etc. I wish there was some kind of a resource that you got when you bought a house. Chaos Knights are on my list of maybe next army. They're really nice to work on. I think especially if you're tired of painting, like, troops and things, just having just some big Chaos Knights to work on as, like, an elite army is really nice too. So, like, as a secondary or an additional army, it's really nice because it's different. You don't have to paint a lot of troops. Plus, you get all the room on the panels if you want to do a lot of custom stuff. There is a book like that. I ignore it. But yeah, like, I kind of wish, I don't know. Everything you just kind of learn the hard way. Maybe I need to find this magical book. Tired of learning things the hard way. Your dad, that's the resource? Okay, well, I don't talk to mine, so it'll have to be Scott's dad, who does help us. But again, he's not going to tell me, every 5 years, you need to check this. Every year, you need to do this. Let's see, it's put on YouTube a while ago as a concept. Amazon picked it up and they did some changes. Need you and anyone else who likes quirky dystopian shows to watch it. Get a full season. The version of that is my father-in-law shows up and asks, when was the last time you checked your thing? I respond with, what is thing? Yeah, like, what if I had something to tell me to check what the thing is before it dies an untimely death? That would be nice. That'd be nice. You gotta, why would I just randomly ask about my water heater? You ask like that's just, like, normal. Like, your parents come over and you're like, all right, please check on my washer. Okay, now the fridge. Okay, now check this. Yeah, instructions unclear, stuck in thing. Home ownership. I need an adult. I need an adultier adult to help me adult. You are an adult. No, I thought of that as soon as older men love to talk about that stuff. I'm just very grateful Scott's dad has agreed to come help us with the bathroom I mentioned remodeling. So glad that'll all be done correctly. Mostly because I am not handy. My dad was never handy, so I didn't learn a lot of shit growing up. I didn't learn anything about, like, fixing things. I didn't learn anything about car stuff. Like, my dad was not handy. Very fortunate to now have someone willing to help and knows things. I'm not a handy dad. Yeah, my dad was not. Was not. I often feel like I too need an adult, says Osaren. Last time I said that to my dad, he told me to go look in the mirror. Oh, I didn't move our YouTube command over. Let me see if it's actually in my socials. Bot? New bot? You were working earlier? It should be below the screen, or stream, if you need the YouTube. My dad's been away in the basement. It's been a godsend. Oh, welcome back, Gravenlord. Computer decided to go nope this morning and shut itself down for no reason. Cool. As we're talking about, you know, everything in our house exploding, Ravenlord's computer decided to explode. Love that. We love it. My dryer duct is so full that when I inserted the spinny tool, there's an explosion of hard brick-like lint. Oh my god. Check your dryer ducts. Yeah, I think we need to do that as well. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. We're all gonna get off stream. I have to go fix our house. I also learned there's a filter in our dishwasher that's supposed to be cleaned regularly. Again, I only knew that because someone else posted about it. Yep. There's just a whole crap ton of that type of stuff. Then until you or someone else you know has dealt with it, you don't even know it exists. You don't even know you're supposed to do something with it. It's crazy what it is. My dad is so handy. Oh, I never had a chance to learn on my own. He's already fixed it before it's even an issue. Hey, Sarkarius, what you up to today? We are working on a Chaos Knight. We're starting in on trim and metallics. I'll have to do some recess washes here in a bit. If anything, just someone to bounce ideas off of. He is good at all things of goop consistency, drywall muds, backling, wood putty, floor leveling, gotcha. I think there's like 2 things Scott's dad doesn't really care to do. I believe it's plumbing and maybe some electrical work, because that can be a little scary. Otherwise, he likes doing a lot of that stuff. Big Appliance doesn't want us to do maintenance. Conspiracy. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. Conspiracy or no, it makes a lot of sense to me. I think when we looked up, because I mentioned we had to fix our ice machine, like, the part alone isn't too bad, but then for someone to come out and actually put it in, be like a repair call, like, it's Here's is back to working. Just highlighted 75 infantry, 2 dreads, 3 tanks, 3 drop pods for the Heresy Blood Angels. That's insane, Sarkarius. That's a lot of work. Well done. You said you had an event coming up for those, right? That you were kind of targeting? When is that? One of my most deep-seated insecurities is that as an adult at some point, I'll be in a conversation and someone will say, oh yeah, I flew my goober last week, and then everyone nods along, and then I'm like, you what is your what? And then they'll turn to look at me horrified. Like I've missed out on some integral piece of human life experience everyone else alive knows, and it's exceedingly important. I can't believe you haven't flubed your goober last No, here's the secret. Everyone that's just nodding along, they don't know either. They don't know either. That's what I've learned. Part of being an adult is just heckin' winging it. Just all the time. Constant winging it. We're all just here winging it. It's honestly, it terrifies me a little bit, right? Because, like, I realized that when I was working full-time at, like, a corporate building, it's like so much of what we rely on is just people winging it. Just people, it just barely working, and it all somehow still stays together. Yeah, as long as you know how to flim your flam, and you are a slam. As long as you can slim your slam, I think you're good. You speak at the turn on explaining. I mean, what else? I'm really good at it. I'm sorry. You just nod along, Slam. Yeah. You nod along with the rest of us. That's the secret. That's the secret. Everyone's just winging it. Yes, exactly. I got bad news. That's 60% of medicine. Yes. It's exactly what I mean. When you start to think about it, it's really terrifying. So I have to stop myself. I have to not think about it. I take the ostrich approach. We're all just figuring it out as we go. Yeah. Apparently, there's no big book on anything. No big book on anything. Yeah. It's like 60% of scientific research. Yeah. Including most of what I did. Yeah. The more you think about it, the scarier it gets. So I just don't. I've seen the internal workings of many websites. I do have bad news about the internet. Yep. Oh, I may have the bummer of getting a new furnace today. I was just informed my full table of 3D printed terrain will arrive today. I can't wait to prime and paint it. Yes. What type of terrain have you got? Is that for like 40K? More like sci-fi? What kind of terrain we talking? Held together with spit and duct tape. Yep, that's pretty accurate. And a dream. Duct tape and a dream. When is someone here gonna write homeownership for dummies? I mean, it sounds like none of us are qualified to do the thing. Sounds like none of us have learned enough to be able to write it. Well, I guess apparently what I need to do is just have Scott's dad come here, turn on the tape recorder, just ask about every appliance in our house, and then I can write the book. That apparently seems to be the way to go. We didn't learn a lot this stream, right? Oh, okay. I see. My package, which I bought in the second, is finally out for delivery. Oh, geez. Well, I'm glad you finally have an update. Glad to hear that. It's always hard when there's just nothing you can do, right? You're just literally waiting. FamilyHandyman.com. 101 things homeowners must know. All right, homeowners, you need to get in there and memorize all 101 things. Problem with modern times, the first step of home ownership is buy a home, and that's the difficult part. Yeah. My friend just bought one. I don't know how she did it. Like, of some sort. It is, in fact, not great, yeah. I don't know how my brother is going to be able to do that either. Multiple people have done that already. I have no idea what the first thing's going to be. You're asking me to think of the first out of 101. I have no idea. Do something real quick. There we go. Is there any way to afford a house around here? The market is turbo screwed. Yeah, I don't know how my friend did it. Works some magic. I know that parents helped with part of it, which I feel like is the only way you can do it. Having some kind of help already. I heard some people are held together by spite and schadenfreude. Never get this 97-year-old who came in and was like, I'm a full code. I refuse to leave anything to my grandson. He's a prick. She did, in fact, outlive him in her ICU, albeit on a variety of tubes, ventilators, and other life support machinery. Oh my god. How often do you accidentally paint your nails? Mine are super short and they're always covered in paint. Not usual. When I'm doing basing and stuff and I'm not being careful, then I tend to get paint all over my hands. When I'm being a little bit more careful. Not usually. Buying a house was too easy when my husband and I did it 26 years ago. We got more home than we could reasonably afford. They even financed a down payment, which was illegal at the time. We had no idea. Oh my gosh. Raymond says, here's my tape. for people moving to a new place. Go through and find as many different light bulbs are in the home. Grab one of each, go to the local hardware shop, buy a couple boxes so you'll have a spare. Burns out. That's a good one, because being without a crucial light does suck. That's a good one. Clean dryer vents or waste energy and risk of fire. That was number 1. Well, today after stream, everyone do that. Get on that. I'm a condo owner for a reason. Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to be like, hey, maintenance. I have this problem. Take care of, please. Thank you. Done. I guess the other thing is if you really hate yard work. I don't mind it. We just have a really annoying vine that I can't kill, even though I've sprayed it, dug it up, chopped it back like 10 times by now. Other than that, yard work's not bad. I know some people just really hate yard work too. Having an apartment or a condo, but that's all taken care of. Pretty much intentionally bought as many fixtures as I could that share bulbs as I renovated the house to have a smaller bulb collection. I hate yard work, that's what the neighbor kids are for. Yeah, or a service, yeah. I, sometimes to my detriment, I hate paying people for things I can do myself. So I do all of our yard work. That helps with the bigger stuff, but yeah. I tend to do that. Hate paying for something I can do myself. Maybe I'm just stubborn. Probably just stubborn. Like, I know it's a company that comes every 3 to 4 months to clear the vents that people can't get to, so I only have to worry about the one in the dryer itself and the secondary one built in the wall. That's nice. Yeah, because it's the one you can't do yourself is the one that I think a lot of people just forget about and then causes issues. So it's nice that they do that. You stop. No. No. Never. I know what you're talking about. Just in this one instance, obviously, I am stubborn. I'd pay for yard work if I had a bigger lawn. I used to hate paying for someone for something I could do myself. Now I'm old and I hate doing it myself if I can pay for someone. That's fair. That's fair. It all comes down to, right? I mean, my job is literally because people don't want to do it themselves, so totally get it. Localized stubbornness, yes. Only in this instance am I stubborn. Probably says that's why he knows how to do so much around the house, refusing to pay someone to do it. I got YouTube and a very, very, very basic knowledge of how to do some things. I'm good. Very, very, very basic. No open box, only got the HDMI. Okay, hopefully that fixes the issue. Saves me $1,300 for now. I just hope you're ready for the race. Scott's, I guess the TV he uses as a monitor was disconnecting on him. Which would be really, really awful to happen in the middle of a race. I'm glad you have it. Hopefully it works. I like doing my small lawn, but anything bigger would be tedious. Darth Infamous, welcome in. How are you? Today is the day we pick back up the brush again since before Thanksgiving. The craziness of the holidays, let's go. What are we going to be working on? What have we got? We are working on, for anyone who may be coming in, working on a little Chaos Knight. I'm calling it the War Pupper, because they are the War Dog kit. I don't remember which one this is called, because there are several different names for the different loadouts. So I apologize, I don't know them off the top of my head. We're trying to get all of our metallics, our trim, all of that started. Hesitating, because we did black trim on the mock-up. I think silver could look cool, but I'm gonna wait. Whoops. So I looked up houses in my town. There's an abandoned brick house with no doors or windows going for $300K. Wow. That is insanity. I think when we looked, because we had thought about maybe moving somewhere, where we would be looking to move, like, for the price we paid for this one, it was a complete fixer-upper. Yeah. And, like, there's just no way we'd be able to afford what we have if we were to move anywhere. My kids don't even pick up dog droppings for cash. I was like, the easiest cash. The young whippersnapper recently hooked on this. That's correct. My parents would pay me to run around the yard picking up dog droppings. What we do for our hobby. I mean, that was part of my chores growing up. Was doggy duty for the backyard. It was just chores. I got to do that. I got to mow the lawn. I think what other chores I hated. I'm glad that my parents made us do it, because that is where I learned a lot of it. And it'll be interesting to see when my brother does get his own place, how much of it he can do. Because he was the younger brother, so he didn't do as much. A lot of that fell to me. So it'll be interesting to see here. Because, like, I did a lot of the cooking, so he really doesn't know how to cook other than super duper basic stuff. Things like that. Alright. Got our silver, we got our little missile pod started. Wonder if we just go ahead and wash all this so we can work on it a bit later. That might be a good idea. Even if it's not the most interesting to watch. Let's do it. Did mow the lawn a little bit, but like I didn't have to do it for long. I'm still not doing it. Who asked for a dog? All of us. All of us. My brother-in-law is a realtor. His favorite story to tell is that he sold a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home for $150K. Then he hits you with the picture of the 31-foot tall pine tree. Then an F3 tornado speared through the house from the roof to the foundation. What? Jesus. Ugh. I hate tornado season. Hate it. I have a wonderful young man who lives down the street, who I pay to come pick up our dog's messes. He gets a little older, I hope he starts offering lawn mowing services. I also did shopping, cooking twice a week. It was a great way to learn early. Yeah. Yeah. It has character and is close to nature. Freshly renovated. God damn it. God, if your current job doesn't work out, realtor. Mikey, good morning. How are you today? We're working on a little chaos night. Gonna take a few minutes here to do some washes. Get the kind of inner frame started a bit more. I didn't do any cooking at home. Much better cook than my parents. I don't think my mom really cooks a whole lot now. I don't usually enjoy cooking, but I can cook. It's very much I know that I need to eat healthy things, so I will do the thing. Every now and then I like to try a new recipe, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Realtors make good money, but you have to talk to people? Yeah. Big true. And the hours, I can only imagine. Because you have to be available when they're available to go see houses and things. I couldn't do it, that's for sure. I just read the Scalper article GW put out today. I haven't read that yet. I know someone shared it in the Discord, but I haven't actually read it yet. I saw that they were like canceling eBay orders and things. And then that I guess the book is coming back. So you get another chance to try and get the book. Will's being sassy. You love cooking? I'm glad. I'm glad that you do. I think my thing is, I don't mind the cooking. I don't like having to clean up all of the shit after. Cooking is so much cleaning. It's so much dishes. And that's the part I think I really don't like. Like, if I could just wave my hand and all the dishes are done, then I would enjoy cooking more. You figure out how to clip coupons? I don't have a newspaper. I don't know. I feel like a lot of them are apps now. Like the coupon ladies I have like seen do like a lot of things in like the Target app or seems like Dollar General has a lot of stuff like that. I feel like a lot of it is now apps. Making this perform the act of making, creating things without then having to store said thing long term. Fair. My twin nephew's birthday is coming up. My sister asked what gift they want. They said, "Aw, Uncle likes lasagna." So now they're coming from across the country to get birthday dinner. Where's my heart? And I have to run around figuring out what to get them. That's really sweet. It's nice to be like known for something like that too. It's really cute. That sounds like it'll be really nice. The art of the one-pot cooking? Yes. I'm a big fan of the sheet pan meals, where you just chop everything up, throw it on the sheet pan. I also like the air fryer, but ours is a little tricky to clean because the sides have like the vents. And they like poke out a little bit, so they're a little harder to clean around. But yeah, the more of that, or you know, the good old crock pot, that helps. If we could just focus on the eating part of the cooking, yeah. Like if I could just do that. If it could just appear and then clean itself. Cool. Cool. Alright. Put that down. Let that dry. We'll do the same for this. Sheet pan meals are goodies, yeah. They're tasty. Crockpot meals. Another easy one. Okay, looks like we'll even out the silver a little bit here as we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead, since we'll be dry brushing and stippling a lot of this. It'll all get fixed as we go anyway, so I'm just gonna dive on in. Let's see. Some of the grocers being dicks. Some items are on the sale on the app, others are based on your loyalty card. Separate things. I don't know who you go through. I go through Kroger, and they have the card, and then they also have like a digital coupon section that I just go through and I clip anything I get. That's what I do for ours. I'd eventually get a good air fryer. Typically do dishes before I cook, not after. For some reason, wait, do dishes, cook, eat, lay around. But I mean, the dishes that you cooked in is the part I don't like. Like the pots and the pans and yeah. You would still have to do dishes after. That's the part I don't like. Yeah. Yeah. It's I lay around playing video games for a little bit after dinner, and then I come back out to the kitchen and everything's dirty. That's the part I hate. I just leave the dishes overnight. Yeah, it's the part I hate. I'll do the soak method. If I don't want to do them that night, I'll just let them soak in water and then get them the next day. But yeah, it's all that that needs to get cleaned. I don't want to do any of that. I'm just being whiny. I completely understand, but that's the part I don't want to do. There's just not a whole lot else to talk about while I sit here and turn on oil on a night. You just get rinsed then into the dishwasher. I feel like that's always a point of contention. Do you fully wash your dish before the dishwasher? Everyone's a little different on that. That's my night. Soak them. I don't dishwasher my pots and pans. Yeah, we don't either. All right. Well, that's it. Let it dry. We'll start doing some of our panel lining and our edge highlighting. We'll go ahead and start here. I don't want to wash the silver just yet because we're going to be working on other stuff. I don't want it to smear everywhere. So we'll just do panel lining. And the perks living alone is dishes for only one person. You are also responsible for all of the dishes. There's some trade-off here. Ohio, hello. You work today, wanted to say hi. Thanks so much for coming to say hi. I hope work goes well. Stay warm out there. Hello, here's Delta. She's in pieces. We have the shoulders. We have the leg pieces. Bottom piece. We have the missile pod. The only thing I do want to change is we didn't get a lot of the camo. So I think I want to tape this off and do the camo as like her scarf. And then the frame itself, I just did a wash on. So that's all drying. But we're getting there. I just think she needs more of her camo. So I think we're going to come back and do it there. But that's where we're at so far. Still pretty early. How is it January's felt both very quick and also very slow? It is flown by. I had to put the date on something the other day, and I was just like, there is no way. We call it a dish finisher, because we always clean them first, back when we even used one. I also use it as, like, basically we clean it, and then that's, like, the sanitizer, right? Like, if you ever worked in, like, a restaurant, or, like, I worked at Starbucks, so you would clean it, and then you would throw it in, like, the sanitizer solution. That's how we use ours. But that's always the argument, right? Do you wash them before the dishwasher? So that could be part of it here. I do have a garbage disposal, so I scrape the food into the trash, rinse. Have a nice, have a rice mesh from Japan in the sink, put in dishwasher. What are your thoughts on GW canceling a bunch of pre-orders for the end and the 3, putting them back up for Seattle to say, can't speak, fight scalpers? I'm glad more people will have a chance to do it. I really, really wish they find a way to do that on the front end so that we don't have to keep worrying about it, I think is my opinion. I hope they can find a way to just stop it from happening. It shouldn't be a thing to begin with. Like, it's always going to happen a bit. You're always going to have scalpers. There's no way to completely get rid of scalpers. But the speed at which they're able to do some of that is kind of ridiculous. They need to have more places and more things in place initially where they're not having to do that. Here's the thing, though. The problem isn't the scalpers. Scalpers are always going to do it because it works. I don't understand why they're limited in the first place. The fact that it's a limited product. I feel like more people should be maybe upset over, but I think getting mad at scalpers is a very strange thing. I think it's weird. The sanitizer, not a washer. It doesn't get everything off the dishes, especially starches that it may have dried. Alright, there's all that. Do a little bit of edge highlights, and then we'll get that silver. Big Boss, welcome in. How are you? Sometimes I'm the dish rinser, sometimes I'm the dishwasher. Welcome on in. You get rid of scalpers by flooding the market. Yeah, if availability is so high. Yeah. No, scalpers do it because it works. Because they get money from it. If you don't like that they're scalping it, that's not on them. Hey, Mighty Lampshade, welcome in. How are you? You can have someone read it to you for a fraction of the price. It's interesting. I don't know. The whole thing is very strange to me. How do I phrase this? I think just Games Workshop in general is becoming less and less for me, I guess. Like, I still have my armies, and I still like to work on my armies, but I don't know. It was a small company and can only afford to print a limited run. Small, independent company. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. How many copies should Dan have? He doesn't have to sign anything. He doesn't have to do anything. I just think it's weird that people get upset at scalpers over the problem of it being limited in the first place. More and more corporate and MBAs and shareholder desires take over. I just it's less and less for me. Will we still work on it here in the channel? Sure. I'll be completely honest. It's what pays my bills. But my personal project's probably gonna be less and less GW. Yeah. Or, you know, you could do a number of signed copies and then a bigger number of not signed copies, but still in the leather bound. Exactly. Yeah, if you have to have a signed copy for whatever reason. But there are people who have whole collections that what they would like to fill out. And now the last one is on your now very busted website and they can't get it. I don't need Gamblers just painted. I think Games Workshop for me will be very much will become my job, and that's fine. I've still got my armies, but I will probably be doing more Malifaux, more custom stuff, more anime figures. Yeah. Dan Abnett's a really nice guy. He'd sign a book for anyone who asks. I think that's always for me with signed stuff, because I would rather go get it signed. Which I understand if you're not where he is located. Harder to do, but I don't get it. It's not for me, and that's okay. Doesn't have to be for me. I just see a lot of upset people, and there's a way to not make a lot of upset people. GW paying Nikki's bills. GW is a bill for me. I just passed the bill along. Yep. During the Kill Team Galadark season, I rode that hype train hard, but now I'm not good riding the train. It's just the amount of FOMO. I hate to complain about Old World. A lot of people are excited, and I hope it's everything that people want, but current prices for very old miniatures is not something I agree with. There's just a lot. Who are we passing Bill to? I thought he was a cool dude. He should stay here. Bro, so hello. How are you? He should stay here. We like Bill. We are working on a Chaos Knight. What you up to? I was just venting a little bit about the G-dubs. You don't like ever releasing the biggest, best reveal ever? Not so much. Not so much. I don't know. It pays the bill. New website's troublesome, but it has the capacity to handle more volume. At least it doesn't crash anymore. I don't know that it does handle more volume. Functionality is not desired. When you have a queue to get into the queue, I don't know that that qualifies. It's just a bigger funnel. All good, avoiding a lecture for a few minutes. There you go. Hope you can get back to it here soon. A little breaky break. Do you have another busy day today, Broso? I know you've got a lot going on. Hope it all goes well. Eclectic Camel, hello. How are you today? We are working on a Chaos War Dog. Trying to get all of our edge highlighting, panel lining, all of that done here for the top bit. GW did some Black Library live events. We get to meet several authors and get a few books early. That was a great weekend event. Yeah, like I think for those who really like that stuff, that's great. That's cool. But the limited thing is weird to me. I don't get it. There's a lot of things right now I just don't get. The QQ into the QQ is an extra layer of stopping bots, but it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. Sorry, my brain was breaking. Call me Sir Smith. There we go. I'm like, serious Smith? Welcome on in. So the paint that I am using today is a mix. So I'm actually using Citadel color. So this is one that Warhammer uses, and you can actually get like your army colors. They're kind of made for that. So I'm using that today, and I'm using a lot of Vallejo model color. So these are water-based acrylics for figures like this. But those are the two that I'm using the most. Some other brands that I will use are Monument. So Monument Hobbies is very similar to these. And then the silver, if you like that, is actually scale 75. But yeah, they are water-based acrylics. How are you? Welcome on in. If you have any other questions, please let us know. 8 out of 9 hours done. Let's go. Nearly there. You got this. Big difference is... Sorry. Big issue is the difference in culture. You didn't have stiff upper... Wait, for what? I'm missing something. Concert tickets are expensive? Is this where I rant about Ticketmaster? Speaking of scalpers. It's true, not to be an old man, but I remember paying 3 years to see the Foo Fighters in Ireland's biggest indoor venue. Yeah, what are we looking at? If you don't mind me asking, Josie. Because I didn't know how much of it is, like, band related, because, like, sometimes the demand is just ridiculous. So then they can, yeah. Or is it just in general? They're just all very high right now. You tried express color or speed paint? I'm not interested. I don't do a lot of the speed paints. I don't really like how they look. So no, I have not. EU Ticketmaster, exactly, Exalted. How are you today? As we talk about GW scalpers, now concert tickets have come up. It all comes together. More like take it scamster, yeah, pretty much. I was looking at the Green Day tour. It's like 150 for nosebleeds. Oh. I saw Green Day. Oh, when would it have been? Early 2000s? Definitely did not pay 150 for those seats. That's surprising for Green Day. Like, I understand that they're a big band, but they're not the hottest thing right now, you know? You too can pay an additional $50 for convenience, yes. They very conveniently charge you more money. They took the Forge World approach, right? Faster shipping for those updated prices. Took the Forge World approach. Alright, let's do a wash on the silver and then we will put this back down for a little bit. Let's bond over mutual disdain for Ticketmaster. This is at Wrigley Field, and it seems like almost everything is sold out. Pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, they're selling out the whole thing. 150 it up. I kind of don't like that this is not around the, like, regular hatch paint. It's kind of offset. Does it make more sense? Yes. Is it going to be more annoying to paint? Also, yes. That's okay. Kids love to cue. They also like to say, don't complain, keep a stiff upper lip. There's no crying. So us colonials are quite willing to have a row toss products into the sea. I think more and more things should be tossed into the sea, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think there are some things where I'm like, why aren't we more angry at this? I just, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there are things we shouldn't have to just put up with, but we do. So I keep my mouth shut. I've got miniatures to buy for that money, says Fresnel. Priorities in gear. I have a concert this week. I got my tickets through Axes? I do who they are, but the fees... Sorry, wasn't quick enough. We're meh, not great, but not as much as Ticketmaster. Big Boss says, I was gonna have a painting question, then I decided with Corvus Black and highlight Dark Reaper. So thanks for the inspiration. I'm glad that worked. That sounds like a good way to go. I haven't used Corvus Black, but I think it has a little bit of blue in it. If so, yeah, you're on the right track. I do a lot of my black that way. A little bit of blue with it. I'd like to throw humanity into the sea. Yeah, like if there was a way to do that. Yeah. Yeah. There's just a lot. France is a pretty good... yeah, I'm right there with them. Pretty good process. We can adopt more of that, please. Let's see, I think the thing that scares me the most is I will sit down to paint and suddenly it's 3 a.m. Those are good paint days, though. Yes, the next day might be rough, but it usually means you're inspired and cruising along. Those are good paint nights. I like those nights. I don't know. I think it may be worth it sometimes. It's a little bluish for my Raven Guard Tiny Tanks. I think that'll be great, yeah. I use a lot of Dark Reaper for highlighting black, depending on the type of black that you want. If you don't want just neutral gray, which is what a lot of people will do, you want a little something with it. Dark Reaper is a good way to go. How long does it take to throw one person in the sea? From those pesky humans get out of the sea. Here's the thing. Exalted would rig up the Power World so that it's fully automated, just to yeet people into the sea. Like, if anyone could do it, Exalted could do it. I believe in Exalted wholeheartedly. But if anyone were to do it, it would be Exalted. Wholeheartedly believe in him. I haven't had a paint night like that in a while. Sounds like I need to plan something. Yeah, I think it can be really nice when you just kind of get in the groove of something. German suplexing bitches into the ocean, yeah. Also that, you know. The automation's taking too long. You get to have a little fun with it. We love that for him. I love that for him. Always good to have some options. Alright. There's that. We'll get the back of the faceplate. I actually need to get the other half of the faceplate where I was holding on to it. Probably should just glue this, but for now we'll leave it. There's a bit of the silver here that we missed because I had to hold on to it. This character actually has an eye patch. So what I did was I picked one of the ones where it has the eye and then it has the like lens. We're gonna paint it like her little eye patch. Or a little extra cute tie in there. An automated German suplexing machine. Does sound good, though. To the lab. Oh. Everyone being inspired. If it's not paint colors, it's the German suplexing machine. Everyone inspired today. Alright, we'll do that later. I think it's time to start highlighting our trim. I don't super want to do, but that's where we're at. So, that's what we got. You're not inspired. Well, give it the program. I need you to be. So, let's make it happen. That's how it works, right? Make it happen. Alright. All of that wash is drying, so we're gonna have to be careful with what we work on here. We do have these little things we can highlight. Well, it's gonna wait till the silver's done. Need to figure out where I want the trim. Be inspired or the blam. Yep. Yep, those are your choices, chat. Yep. What does everyone have going on today? I'm gonna zoom in a tiny bit too. Assemble my night pieces here. People can see. Well, maybe I shouldn't then. I'll zoom out a tiny bit. Oh. See, the system works. Maybe I'll do bases today. We got one. Got one. That easy. Flawless. We did it. Yeah, what's everyone got going on today? I'm gonna see if I can get the other little knight airbrush today. It's not even primed yet though, so we will see how it goes. Because I need to get back on my schedule with exercise. You can choose to feel the artistic spirit or Nikki's backhand. It's like we always say, we can do it the hard way or the easy way. It is totally up to you. I have my car in the shop for a quick thing and a haircut later. Being super adulty, let's go. That is, sounds very Monday. Getting all the things knocked out, though. Nikki's doing better than believe I'm gonna base. Yeah, I already threw that out. That's not happening. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I just need you to get inspired, Hoot. You could chop chop. Haven't had a haircut in a decade, at least not a professional one. I didn't realize how much I missed them until with COVID. I didn't get mine done for a while. Getting that first haircut back was really nice. We had to move bots, Avian. So when I updated to Windows 11 the other day, it broke a lot of my file paths, and the bot was part of that. Which I had been thinking about changing bots anyway, so I think it's just giving me it's giving me some extra motivation to move all my stuff over to something else. So I think we're going to we'll just stream element today, and then I will start moving shit over. It does take a while to get things all set up, automated. So for today and tomorrow, no owl, but after that, we'll bring it back. She said how it wasn't important. It wasn't as important as, you know, the things that get me paid. Imagine. Imagine. I used to have Mom cut a straight line across my back once or twice a year. Yeah, I don't know why those are... I don't have any control over those. They are apparently just really slow. That's all handled through the extension. So at least those still work. I don't have to do anything there. But yeah, Windows 11 just broke some of my... I was actually really happy and surprised. It kept almost all of my stream stuff except for the bot, which I just didn't even think about. But the file path for that. Everything else moved over, no problem, which is great. Imagine getting paid, imagine. Turns out the weird Duolingo meme with the owl does not get me paid. Turns out. Lunch break! Time to paint an Archon with squishy details, let's go! I saw you were still working on it. For those in the January challenge, how are we feeling? You gonna get it knocked out? I need to get photos of Lucius. And then I'm gonna try and get that Cavalier done this week. And then I'm done. Little paint pot well on way being done. I guess the other question is, are we enjoying the challenges still? It seems like we got pretty good turnout for this one, which for a single miniature, I would hope so. I would hope for good turnout. But it seems like people are enjoying them. Like having them back. Challenges have been really motivating for you. Good. Good. Okay. Working as intended then. As long as everyone's still having fun, we'll keep doing them. I guess if anyone's planning ahead, if you have kind of finished up your character for the month, I think we're going to do a squad for February. So if you'd like to plan ahead, that's probably what we're going to do. I had to step away to get things ready for Adepticon. I want to have plenty of Warhounds to be available. I want to make my Alpha Legion spiffy. Modifier says, I'm still struggling in a good way with my challenge. Not sure how to handle OSL over metal. How much OSL work have you done? The biggest advice I can give for OSL is just make sure you remember where your brightest point is. Keep the intensity consistent across your piece. But as you move away, it gets darker. Right up against it, nice and bright. Nikki's the hacker robot devil hands. How am I supposed to steal the robot devil hands if she doesn't return them? Well, that's not really stealing them. You have to steal them from me. That's how it works, basically. Best of luck. Are you enjoying painting my single character in squad and vehicle for my challenge cred? I don't like that's how it works. I don't like that's how it works. Do a squad that fits. Cool. I need to grab some paint, some prep for the February squad goal. Need to get out of the paint funk and slam the stern guard out that I've installed on. That's what I know. It seems early, but I like to go ahead and say what the next one is in case anyone wants to prep. I have a single figure to paint for a comp at Adepticon. Should be able to finish a squad at least during February. I think I'm going to pull out some lizards because I'm trying to finish my Seraphon army up. I think I'll have the flying ones that do the bombs. I still haven't looked up what they're called, but I have a squad of them. I think it's 3. They have the little skinks on top. I think I will do them. I've done minor glow effects, but not cast. Oh, major light. Okay, so you've got like maybe a full, over the full piece is more of what you're looking on. I wanted to say pterodons, but I didn't know if that was correct. It may be. Because there's 2 builds to the kit, and I never remember which one is which. Whatever one drops the bombs. I keep looking at my January challenge. How did I make another Jadish aspect warrior? Literally 3 different recipes. I just painted everything violet red like the Marine chapter. It's just one of those colors you keep coming back to, wasted mine. I feel that. I don't remember either, but I also have a set of them on sprue. Whatever they're called. I'm gonna work on those, I think. I have them built and primed, I just haven't done anything else with them. I think I need to pick a Pokemon for them, is the way to go here. Kind of thinking Aerodactyl needs to happen to continue our nerdy scheme here. Since we had our fur alligator Croxagores, we need to pick another Pokemon. Or just a nerdy pterodactyl reference. Blanked on the name. Alright, more edge highlights. If you like this highlight for the black, this is London Gray. So I am going with just the neutral gray as opposed to the blue. For this character, I thought it would work better. And be very careful with all this white. What else is going on? I guess I'll just repeat from earlier. If you wanted the PDFs for Old World, it sounded like those are up. Someone in chat mentioned those. For Old World peeps, make sure you check that out. We did have a new mini. Was it Necromunda? That's on the... I didn't think it was enough to bring up on stream, but there is a new mini if you want to check that out. Any other hobby news? Anything else I'm missing, chat? 3-to squad, all the legendary birds. 5-on squad do 2 Gen 2 legendary birds. I'd like them to all match is the only thing, just because they are a unit together. But that's a fun idea by him. I'm trying to think if there's any other I could put that on. I will keep that in mind. It's just easier on the table if they all look the same, if they're in the same squad. I also have the... We did the Raptidon Hunters. I have a set of the Chargers as well that I should probably go ahead and start getting together. If we're gonna knock out this army this year, they need to be together as well. Alright, that is now all edge highlighted, which means we have the shoulders. And I'm gonna take a small break before we dive into that. Anyone else? I know we talked Pal World quite a bit. Anyone else playing any good games? The new Yakuza game comes out here this week. I'm excited for that. What else have we got, chat? What are we playing? Decided to wait on Final Fantasy XIV till a little closer to the patch, or the expansion, sorry. Even though a patch is out. I'll just kind of binge it all right before and then dive in. I was riding in London yesterday because an advert on a bus. Tekken 8 comes out soon. You gonna pick it up, Slim? I feel like the last I heard you were like iffy on it, but I don't know if that's changed. I guess fighting game friends. We picking up Tekken? I guess if we still do the silver on the little pokies coming out, that'll help. Now that I'm sold on the black trim. I'm gonna try it, and then if we don't like it, I'll just do the silver. I'm not good at Tekken at all, and I'm down to learn. Slowly, just the state of competitive games I play at the moment is frustrating. Give something else a try. That's fair. You just need a new game to scream at. I get it. New games to scream at. And you know, King is in it, so you gotta rip your boy. That's okay. I'll just go get my rocket fish. I'm also excited for the Persona 3 reboot. I had started 3 a little while back, and then they, like, announced it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I didn't get, like, super sucked in immediately, so I was like, I'll just wait. Get all the new stuff. It's gonna be on Game Pass, so I will probably dive into that when it is out as well. If I'm done with Yakuza, which I probably won't be. I mean, I think you can sub whenever, Avian. Don't let that stop you. Go get you a battery. Why am I looking at arcade machines for my basement? Yes. You can do, is it the Raspberry Pi machines? Do that. You just load a whole bunch of games on it. If you can reroute, yeah, the BT infrastructure straight to Slam's house. Oh, geez, Infinite Wealth, yep. I got that, went ahead and I did the pre-order, so I'm waiting on that. I'll play that, and then when I'm done with that, I'll play Persona. I still need to finish Dragon Quest. I need to like shorter games is my problem. So I've got all these very long games lined up. I need to like throw in a few smaller ones here. We'll see. Yeah, that's my plan. Exalted. It lined up. We don't have D&D, so I'm gonna like do my chores and then just play. There are those. I'm looking at stuff from Arcade 1-Up. I always wanted a flat top. Oh, cocktail style. There we go. Yeah, they have a lot. I feel like a lot of those are coming back too. Like more and more people are picking up things like that. So there's just a lot more options. And then if you wanted to like do your own, there's so many guides and stuff now for them. Even me not knowing anything, I think I could put one together. Wait, you bought some what now, Exalted? I feel like I've missed something. You've bought what now? The carpenter and me could build a nice cabinet. Yeah, I feel like that'd be an easy project for you, if I'm honest. Especially with all the ones that are out there. Just to kind of use as a reference. Hey, Earbry, how are you? Welcome on in. We're working on a Chaos Knight. This is one of the smaller war dogs. I'm trying a black trim. I'm not completely sold on it. I think once we get this painted, we'll see how we feel. And get the little silver pokey bits painted. Hey, Snezlock! This is an evil knight. We have evil pokey knight. What are you up to today? This is part of the Chaos Knight army commission that we're doing. So this whole army is themed on the anime Overlord. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the characters and converting them into paint schemes for the knights. So this is Delta, if you're familiar with the show. I tried to pull in the orange from her hair. We're going to add in some camo. And just kind of her outfit is what I'm working on right now. I was gonna say, it sounds like it's an energy drink. Tongue-in-cheek powdered energy drink flavor. Okay. Tastes like sherbet and lemon, which is my jam. I love anything lemon. That sounds really good. Yeah, sounds like you're all set then. Just pounding energy drinks, playing video games. You have to make sure you do the very important snack run before you get settled in. I get the snacks, the drinks. Oops. Aren't all trims supposed to be gold? Usually, yes. This time, no. I think we've got a couple that are going to be the black trim. Basically, what I did is I did a mock-up in ImpCat for all of the knights, and I sent that over for the client to review. That's what I'm working off. The only annoying thing is ImpCat does not have the war dogs. They only have the Imperial armatures. So we've had to make a couple changes as I go, but for the most part, it was a good way to just kind of lay out the basic scheme. I bought 2 tubs thinking we're going over for Adepticon. Aw, yeah. Ah, crap. Thank you for saying that. I need to figure out hotel stuff for you. So you have all that in your name in case you need to make any changes or anything. Plan on bringing some controversy into the chat. I just want to see what they are. So many Brits going on about them. Yeah, what are... I don't even know how to pronounce it. Is it Jaffa? Jaffa? Jaffa. Sounds right. We have mixed opinions in the chat already. Oh, are they orange chocolate? I'm not going to like that either. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Orange and chocolate shouldn't be Jaffa. Okay. A very posh way of pronouncing. Okay. So it's in Jaffa. Let's go full Boston on it. Jaffa. It's like orange jelly within a smaller chocolate soft biscuit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the orange and chocolate together. We tried the chocolate orange Kit Kat, and I thought it tastes like a cleaning material. It kind of tasted like I was eating Lysol. Wasn't a fan of that. Cat. Jaffa. So Boston toned down was actually correct. Okay. I don't know, it could be posh. Be posh and confuse everyone. Who tried mint chocolate or ew. 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 That's like when you brush your teeth with or you have orange juice after you brush your teeth. Mm-mm. You can try that. You can have that. Why did you eat Lysol? That's what the Kit Kat tasted like. It tasted like cleaning detergent. So I was just gonna bring the snack meal. Yeah, and then we'll all arrive with snacks for him to take back. That's how this works. Yep. JPEG, hello, how are you? What you up to today? We are currently edge highlighting all of the things. You join us at a very exciting time. Very exciting. Pretty sure those are just in the British section. I did find there is a store, it's a little bit of a drive from us, but where they do a lot of the British snacks and stuff. Like they have them available all the time. I did try it. The one I had, the chocolate was off, so I got another one. It wasn't nice as the regular chocolate orange. Y'all crazy with chocolate and orange. No, thank you. Does this mean I need to pack tasty cakes in my bag? It might need to. Might need to. We're just gonna have like the biggest black market snack trade here at Adepticon. Trying to think what I could bring that would be uniquely I feel like I need to go to Buc-ee's for you. Exalted and get you some Buc-ee's treats. I feel like that's the most Texan thing I could bring that's not like pound of meat. I think that's the closest I can come up with. Scorch Panda, welcome in. How are you? It's not a pound of meat. I mean, if you feel like smelling like barbecue all the way back home, I mean, that's not on me. I could get you a pound of the jerky, though. That would carry a little bit better. Could do. Buc-ee's, all their barbecue sandwiches and roasted nuts. They've got a lot of tasty treats. I feel like if I were to bring something uniquely Texas, that, yeah, isn't barbecue. Don't get me wrong. If you come visit, we're absolutely getting barbecue. A little harder to take that to Chicago. And we're back. We're further on our night. And now we're talking about snacks. That's what I got for you. Yeah, everything's gonna smell like barbecue. Our car will smell like it for months. I will smell like it for months. Everything smells like barbecue. Reminder, I did try to play Matchmaker in the event thread. If you're going to Adepticon and you want to, make sure you get a game in. Make sure you post in there. It looked like a few people were figuring out points values for things and what they want to bring. So if there's a game you want to play, make sure you post in there. I probably need to post, but I would like to either play or sit in on a game of Titanicus. I don't necessarily have to play, but I want to see how the rules work. I'd like to at least sit in on it. My Power World base just got stormed by about 20 dudes with heavy flamers. Are those the PETA people? Just coming in with heavy flamers? Oh no. Some sort of cult? Oh no. I haven't reached a cult yet. Oh no. Well, that's good to know that that's a thing. I was gonna say they're 4 pals, yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize that they're in a location that's just straight up called Hypocrite Hill. But Slam, you might want to look at getting some stone built if they're gonna be coming in with heavy flamers. We may want some stone. I know the metal takes a while, but they will sure tear through your pals with extreme prejudice. Yeah. Yeah. If they come for us, get me about 5 pen bullets, we Gucci. Watching that first one go off was beautiful. And then the raid after. Beautiful. Alright, there's our pokies. Let's go ahead and get goals started, because those also need a wash. We have a lot of washes today, which I find with vehicles, I do a lot more washes and things than I normally do. So we did a lot of the airbrushing off stream. We've got a lot of the metallics and washes going down. We'll be doing stippling with the metallics and then some edge highlighting there as well. Sorry, catching up here. Sorry, I read that. On Pal World. Liking this more. They're leaning into the dystopia hard and within. Yeah, like, when you're like, I know how to make it kid-friendly, I'm like, that's not the point. We've missed the point of Pal World. No, it's very much a parody. A grown-up parody of Pokemon. Have you been playing 2 Herobrine? It is strangely addictive. It's an actual open world Pokemon game. Yeah. With a bit of a twist. I'm excited for whenever we all get to play together again. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Magnetic command terminals. There we go. Chat. Anyone else plays Titanicus? Is looking for magnetized terminals. Just to make sure I'm on the right page, because I've not played Titanicus. That's the actual, like, card that you use, right? Or am I thinking of something different? I do like my sweatshop and Palworld, forcing the lambs to make ammo. Yep. Because I think you had shown me the app. Is the app not working anymore? That you're going back, I guess is my question. Is magnetizing them a better way to go? You know, everyone's saying thanks. I'm gonna grab it too, just in case. Just in case, these. Okay, cool. Because I would really like to try Titanicus again now that there is more stuff for it. Like, I've said here on stream a few times, the only time I've really played it is when the first box just came out. So, like, it was literally just me and Scott with a Warlord each and a couple knights each, and, like, really no variety. So I'd like to either watch or give it a try again. The only hard part for here is it's the Heresy guys that play it. So, like, I don't know how much we would actually play here in the area, but I don't know. I'd like to see how it all works. How much is now different with all the extra goodies. Still waiting on Slam to finishes. Well, if you want to play at Adepticon, it sounds like a handful of us are going to be playing. I can bring mine Exalted. I've got, and I can put this in the Discord if that's helpful. I have a War Master, a Warlord, 2 Warhounds ready to go. And the Lancers are built, but they're not painted. But I've got that if we want to run around. Or we just mooch off Avian and build in them. Just because they probably have more variety than I do. I was using that for the game, but I want the terminal so the opponent can see where the Titans are. I think having them all just like in front of you is more helpful too than having to go back and forth. So I was wondering if that was your experience too. Because even for like 40k or Sigmar, I like having the cards and just everything right there instead of back and forth in the app. I was just curious if that's what you were finding. Alright, let's work on his little missiles here. Get more paint first. It again seemed like they were testing for epic interest. I think between that, Aeronautica, yeah, just kind of how people felt about the smaller scale, for sure. I think it's cool getting to say you worked on a Warhammer. Without having to buy, you know, Warhammer prices. Plus, they're just really nice kits. I really enjoyed working on mine. It's nice to have something smaller like that to kind of tinker with. Would you prefer I finish Titanicus or Metal Gear first? You get to pick the backlog here, Exalted. Both at the same time. Exalted says February challenge is coming up, Slam. I was just thinking how I play it or if I forgot things. Get a game of Force Thursday and Friday with a friend. I've not seen in almost a year. That'll be fun. February challenge, I think we're going to do a squad. If you guys want to go ahead and start planning. Building, priming, whatever you want to do. Don't start painting yet, but if you want to get a squad together, I think that's what we're going to do. We just did heroes and characters, so we need to give them something to lead, right? I think that makes sense. After that, though, I don't know if we just, like, loop back around. That's where I'm a little... I don't know what to do. If it's working, we can always loop back around. But... Doom Gunny, it's good to see you. It has been a bit. How are ya? It's good to see ya. What you been up to? Right now, I am working on a Chaos Knight, so I have one of the new War Dog kits. A lot of it's off screen, but we've got a lot of assemblies. So here is kind of the frame that is now drying. We put a whole bunch of Nuln Oil just to get started. Got the top plate, which I am going to put a little bit more of our olive green here. We've got white for the legs. We've got black on the shoulders. And then the face plate I will get a little bit later too. So many less pieces than the, the big knife. Feel a little silly just having the one on stream, but it's working for us. Well, that's what we got. What you up to? Doing good. Just got out of prison for bank robbery. Oh, okay. That's quite an update. That was not what I was expecting. Well done, Doom Gunny. What you been up to? Other than trolling streamers when you get back. Let's see. Introductory treadmill session done. Made a deal with my mom. We'd sync up our walking times on treadmills. Make sure we both do it. Love that. We love an accountability buddy. Is she like getting back into it as well? Gotta start the habit. Get into the groove. Where is my Seraphim Sepia? Staring at my paints. Free my man Doom Gunny, that's right. Those GW prices went up. It's time. Oh, probably gonna get another one of those, huh, chat? Pretty soon. Pretty soon. During February, just noticed a problem with my Death Guard list for Horus Heresy. Got 8 Terminators, not the exalted number of 7, into the trash. 1 goes immediately into the trash. Sorry, number 8. You're gone. Just wants to be more active. Her job is all computer-based as well, so same desire, just not sit all day. It's really hard. I think that was really eye-opening when I started to, like, look into things. Was realizing how much I was just sitting here painting and streaming. And then, like, yeah, my hobbies are video gaming and watching anime. None of these require movement. So I relate to that really hard. Well, good. I'm glad she's getting back to it as well. Oh, Slam doing his job. Hitting with mallet. Excellent. Bring up your weird, like, Fitbit ring. Yeah, get on it, Avian. Join us. I've got to work out today. Now you have to work out today. If I have to work out, you have to work out. Do it. What do we work on? Let's work on the pokey bits. Looking for rhinos. Can't get that much more stuff, but I also can't get that much more stuff. Crap. Yeah, the parent justification. Yeah, if I'm doing it, you're doing it. Get in here. Start lifting something heavy. Let's go. Oh. Just throwing the mallet everywhere. And respect it. We're just making up for yesterday, right? You didn't get to bonk the troublemakers. Now you get to have fun with this one. Making up for it. Mousebait, hello? Stop picking on Avian. Yeah, pick on Mousebait instead. How are you? Welcome in. What you up to today? Bless you. And now we have a reason to pick on you. It's perfect. That worked out nicely. Thank you, Mousebait. Mousebait trying to start stuff between William and I yesterday. Mousebait is here to stir it. Stir the pot. Respect it. I did not. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That is what someone would say. Alright. Pokebit's done. It's got Nikki's bullying chat. I would never. God, Earbrand's lying. He's lying. You won't go away. Convinced he can. Ooh, eat coffee cake? Coffee cake sounds amazing. I'll take some, thank you. Alright, we do need to get back to this beef. I don't really want to stipple on stream because I can shake the camera. And I'm not really about giving everyone motion sickness. We're gonna work on this top piece and get it kind of together while we can. And I will save the stippling for after stream. Little Mouse made it. Little Mouse is on a roll. Between the casserole, some coffee cake. Little Mouse was cruising. Well, I mean, you have to be able to use it, right, first, Avian? Before you can, before we can shill the ring, we gotta make sure we're using it, right? I've been doing my 75-day challenge. I fell off my Japanese practice and I'm mad at myself, so I got it back on that today, too. I had, like, one night where I'm like, it's too late. I don't want to do this. I'm not going to do this. And then it just threw the entire routine out. And I've got to get back to it. Wow, we're talking about getting back on track. Mine is my Japanese practice. Now that Duolingo's not screaming at me, I didn't do it. Easy for 2 weeks now. So it's got me on the stair stepper more than once. Let's go. Glad it's working for you. Anyone else working on like fitness or health stuff? I know beginning of year is a popular time to look at all that. Other than my Japanese practice, I've done very well with mine. Oh god, nobody. There you go, Mousebait. I'll put that next to the Awoo one you made for me. Which actually I thought of you during D&D Slam, because I recruited the werewolves. And I'm like, well, how do I let the werewolves know that we're like ready to do the thing? And we decided that I would awoo into the night when we were ready for the storming of Stroud's Castle. So a woo crew is assembled for Stroud. I'm gonna leave that one in auto mode. But I see you, Mousebait. And my mod saw you. My youngest son, look at my Fitbit. Apparently mine has a known issue, i.e. the screen dies. So it's been fine, it just can't be seen. Oh. I mean, that's fine if you sync it up to the phone, because then you can see everything. I mean, it's shitty, don't get me wrong. But I'm assuming you can't, like, return it at this point. But you at least get your steps. Do remember, if you're starting to work out again, it's the #1 time people injure yourselves, so be careful. Yes, make sure you have good form if you're lifting weights. Make sure to stretch. That was goofing me up when I got started. Be careful. Be careful. You gotta howl, you just have to. We will woo. We decided you would woo, That's how else do you call werewolves? Lame. I could pull a molder and do the put the tape in my fantasy window. How else do you call werewolf? Thank you, Graphic. Welcome in. How are you? We are working on Chaos Knights. What you got? What are you up to? I wasn't syncing to the phone well, but the sun got it working. Okay. I just gave it to him since he wanted it. That's fair. Not worth the hassle. Mine had one yesterday where it was back to like showing me my resting heart rate when I was working out. And like Scott very smartly pointed out, it's like, well, the workout shouldn't be as hard now. It's like, well, yeah, but I can feel my heart like beating out of my chest. So there's no way we're at resting heart rate. So then I have to like take it off and basically like try to clean the sensor and like wipe my arm. And then as soon as I put it back on, it's back up another like 20 beats. It's just really annoying because I'm missing out on some of my tracking. All right, let's start working on these soldiers. I need to grab him. 1 second. Yelps and Mulder. Oi, werewolf. Did Mulder romance a werewolf? I have no idea. We have like, I don't know, 8 more seasons to see if that's a thing. I mean, he got the vampire, so now it's time for a werewolf. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Got the Drukhari. Ooh, combat patrol. Very nice. That'll be fun to work on. Those combat patrols are a nice mix of stuff to work on. So you get some of the smaller stuff, a bigger thing or two. Oops. So I hope that's a fun project for you. I think the sensors get gummed. I don't know. It's just not worth it overall for the effort. Yeah. I think that's the other thing is I try to remind myself is you're still doing the thing. But my thing is if I'm in a calorie deficit and I'm trying to figure out if I can have like one more snack later. If you're not counting my stuff, it's hard for me to know if I can have a little extra snack. Something. It's just nice to know where you're closer to where you're actually at. Make sure you're doing the things. Mouse bait? You're gonna get the bonk like everyone yesterday. I love the combo patrols. Yeah, we actually did a starter box challenge as a community back in August, where we all picked a box like that to work on together, and it was a lot of fun. I think a lot of us learned about scheduling projects and just how long some of that takes. Some of us also played on hard mode, because that's when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, and that was difficult to some of our challenges, as we were all playing Baldur's Gate. He would have romanced Boobfoot given the chance he would have, yeah. Absolutely. If there's anything I learned about Mulder. Trying to figure out what I can take out of here so I can make a kit bash. Oh, a visor. Do you do a lot of kit bashes with your stuff? We have a few people in the chat that love to do kit bashes. I am not so smart with those. I can do like the very basic stuff, but I don't tend to do a lot of kit bashes. Sorry, I'm being really strict with automad massbait because apparently someone has been in the Warhammer category causing chaos, so. Between that and the children that were in here with Kingdom Death yesterday, I'm being super strict and denying more things than usual. Because as soon as I approve it, they can then say it. And that's not what I want to deal with. Hey, Dovakin, welcome in. How are you today? Thank you. We are working on a tiny knight. So this is a Chaos Knight. We're trying to get some of the details on the carapace done today. Is there anything you're working on? What you got? Why would you work your way to the X-Files team if you weren't trying to get it on with the cryptids? His X-Files are actually just his, like, little black book. That makes a lot more sense, you know? That's why they're never solved. You can always go back. You can always go back. Let's see. A gunpla modeler. Myself. Also 3D artist. And Ahab Rector. Oh, and Blender? I want to learn Blender. That is, I went ahead and downloaded it so I could start tinkering with it. That's really cool. Welcome on in. Well, if you have any questions about the Warhammer stuff, we work on a lot of Warhammer here. Let us know. I've done a little bit of Gunpla stuff. He was doing Red Shoe Diaries. I don't know what that is. What is that? Stop saying the word. I just told you, Chet. Okay, I will context clue what that is based on what you've said, Avian. I will context clue it together here. Okay. Blender is easy. Tank object, yeah. Will it blend? Will it blend? We don't normally do that here in chat, Dovakin. What are you working on? Yeah. The bot just is testing Slam's patience. But yeah, we're working on a Chaos Knight. We tend to work on a lot of Warhammer here. So we've got the Knights here today. I'm also working on a Cavalier Marshal for Cities of Sigmar. With this, the biggest thing is that obviously I need to start the base. But I need to figure out this little area. There's a lot of just overlapping sameness. Once I get that figured out, I think he'll fly through and get the rest of that done. It's a lot of just kind of darker colors for cities, which is rough. They're just layered on top of each other. But we'll get that figured out and get him finished here this week. That's what we're working on. Gundam Torso is very cool. Well, welcome on in. Yeah, we used to have a group at the local hobby store that we would join to build Gundam. But then they moved to a different store, which was much further away. And that's kind of when we stopped doing the builds and things, and we weren't able to go hang out as often. So it's been a bit. I've done some. AFK for getting ready for work. Sounds good, Mousebait. I hope work goes well today. Glad we got you for a bit before it. Need to remake them. Oh, so I got in the frame. Gotcha. Hi from Canada. Hello from Texas. Howdy, howdy. You headed out, Earbray? Or wait. Yes. Bye, Earbray. We'll see you later. Thank you also for coming to hang out. Thanks everyone for hanging out this morning. I know it's big work and lurk time, so thank you for coming to spend part of your Monday with us. Thank you for making sure I also work today, because it's just rainy and cold here, and I really didn't want to, but we're getting a lot of stuff done, so thank you. Given the choice, I'd probably still be in bed with Dragon Quest, so. So thank you for coming to hang out with us, Chad. You bought 3 more kits this weekend, Ravenlord? It pulled you right in. What do we think so far? What is, I guess, has anything surprised you about the Gundam kits, Ravenlord? It's just overall, how do you feel getting into it? Hail Boo, welcome in. How are ya? I'm gonna try as much, add as much moving parts to my 3D Gundam model as I can. I can imagine that would be tricky to design for. But, like, once you kind of figure out the... Like, I feel like there's a lot of learning the hard way with that. With the... Once it's all together, you can see how it actually moves. And, like, what else would be required for, like... not bumping into other pieces and things like that. It seems like it would be tricky, but really cool to get kind of nailed down. Do you think Kyle would work on the handheld? Yeah, it should. Should. I mean, how much more playing Pokemon can you get than having it on your handheld? It'd be tricky. The reactor is a challenge, I can imagine. But yeah, that must be rewarding when you get it all figured out. Let's model a Gundam. Oh, actually as close as I could to the model kit. It does seem like it'd be a good thing to use as, like, a reference, right? Just to kind of help figure out some of the... Like, how did they do that? How can I replicate that? What does the frame of the Chaos Knight look like? Yeah, so here is... This actually will sit here. It does scratch a little bit of the paint because it's a snug fit, so I don't want to put it down just yet. But then this frame will sit on the legs. And then from here, the arms are kind of off to the side. So it's a little dark because I put a wash over it. I'm going to try and turn it a little bit here. There you go. But yeah, they've got a cool little frame that they sit onto. The nice part with theirs is basically you build the frame and then all of these little armor things kind of slot in after, which is why I've got them all separate. So they have the built-in slots. So once these are painted, these will go here. There's a knee plate that kind of fits here-ish. I don't remember exactly. Okay. So that'll slot in there. I may have the wrong leg, but yeah, they kind of build off of the frame so you can keep them separate and keep working on them, which is nice. Down on the deck, I had a slew of warnings is not optimized. I guess because it's early access, I guess that kind of makes sense. I sort of said it was verified. Yeah, I could see just with maybe once they get some more patches and stuff. Back to the lurk, sounds good. Have a great rest of the stream. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks so much for coming to paint with us on lunch break. Happy to have you spell paint pot. I'd love to get us out of the Chaos Knights. If you like Gunpla, Chaos Knights and Tau, the Tau battle suits, a lot of the Gunpla fans also like the big mechs. So I'll point you that direction if you like more of the mech stuff. Chaos Knights are fun though. I really like working on them. The Tau suits are also fun. I'm not a Tau fan because of the smaller stuff. I hate painting like the Pathfinders and things. But the big suits are pretty cool. This is the finalization of the download. I think it's requiring to use the screen keyboard. Oh, okay. So just this is the quintessential link between something like Gunpla and Tau. Yeah, the Storm Surge, pretty cool. God, the new site sucks! Yeah. Every time, excuse me 1 second. Every time I have to go for it for like a reference, and I have to pick that I'm still in the United States, I kind of want to scream. I kind of want to scream. Sometimes I do, just, you know, little small scream. Grunt of frustration. So annoying. Hate it. Oh, you're not in Sweden or Denmark? I'm somewhere different every time. Oh! Let's see if I can get a Chaos Knight to paint the frame in metal color. Keep the armor separate. Yeah, so that's what we've done here. For the bigger knights, that's what I've got to. I've just got a bucket. Until I can attach it to the frame later. So there's all the armor pieces separate. My bucket o' knight. So worldly, that's right. I'm very fancy. I like to shop all over the world. Sly, welcome in. How are you? What you up to today? Right, says I accidentally put the wrong blue on my character mini. twice. You think I should strip it back? Or is it okay to add one more coat? One more coat's fine. Yeah. Yeah. How does it lag when you type in a model in the search bar? I started writing up a how-to. Oh my god, that spiraled. I was gonna say, you said you were gonna do that. I'm like, no, it's not worth your time. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're putting more effort than they have. It's not worth it. Yeah, so I only transferred over the essentials. So obviously they weren't working earlier, but I did Discord, socials, like Element. I only did until we can get the new bot up and running. I just pulled over the basic stuff. Sorry. You don't have the fun clips and shit. Are you suggesting my meme commands are not essential? Not immediately essential. I know, Scott was trying to do the owl earlier. That's not in either. We'll get there. This is the little kick in the booty to move my bot somewhere else. I get it. I'll do it. I put hours into this stream. This is the things I get. I will move your blue command when we are in a permanent home slam. I'm sorry. Thank you for your help. But also, I had like 20 minutes before stream, and that's what I did. Our third part, he can't do anything at the moment, so maybe that's why he is. And that's why he's antsy about it. I've taken his toy away, and I'm sorry. It wasn't behaving. Windows 11 broke it. We broke the toy, we gotta put it back. I'm just reeling from this personal betrayal, I'm sorry. I'll put the toy back, but we gotta find a new home for it. Then you can add all of the memes you want. Windows, I'm just surprised that's the only thing that exploded. Surprised and happy, that's all that exploded. It could have been so much worse. You'll never reach my reset button? Oh. Oh. I see. Avian about to find out. Alright. One silver. Another silver to go. We're in there, chat. Little bit by little bit, we're getting this night together. Why did I just read in my own chat? Thank you, Sam. Yeah, appreciate it. Love it. Avian's very, very lucky. Slam was just hoping I read it out loud. No. Nope. Then it'll end up as a command. Nope. Couple more highlights. Here we get the signs here. Interesting definition of lucky. I don't know what you mean, Avian. I don't know what you mean. Alright, got the little skulls to come back to. We need more paint. What time is it? Okay. Okay. We have to do some planning here for what we want to work on. We can work on this piece. That's easy. The guns, I'm going to go ahead and airbrush just to keep that smooth and consistent with the rest of the frame. So I don't want to work on those today. The shoulders, we have the pokey bit we can work on. We have a little bit more. I'm trying to decide for the missile pod what some of this should be. We're kind of getting to the point where normally I would go ahead and do the stippling and start to put it together to see kind of where we're at. So we're getting close to that point. Which means I definitely need to get that other one at least primed today. Rebray, hello! How are you? That's all the time I want. Speaking of Pokebits, how is Power World Progress coming along? Pretty good. We didn't get to play as a group last night, so I was tinkering around on the world that I made with Scott. I've just kind of hit the point where I just want to go exploring in both little worlds. So we've been exploring, and then Scott and I went after the next boss last night, which went pretty well. So that's where we're at. What about you, Sly? What do we think of Power World? I saw you say it's a bizarre little game, but I think that's all I saw. It is indeed a bizarre little game. Oh. But yeah, I'm having fun just like flying around and exploring at this point. That's always me in games, though. I just want to see everything. And then I just wander into everything super upper leveled. But you know what? It's fun. I learned how to get back out after dying a bunch. Are new worlds material different from each other? Or they're mostly the same. Yeah. I think they're pretty much exactly the same. Because I was looking for some like ore deposits, and they were where they were in the one for the multiplayer server, like full group server I'm on. So they're basically the same. It's kind of fun because the groups have set up bases in different places, so it's cool to see like the approach there, I guess, where you build your stuff. How goes the nights? We're getting there. These smaller ones are much quicker. We're almost to the point where I want to start kind of piecing it together here on our first. I've got a few bits I want to airbrush here after stream, but other than that, coming along very nicely. Which is good, because we have 4 of them to do, so I'm glad they work up relatively quickly. I'm just seeing how it works. Not sure it's totally grabbed me yet. Not to the extent, say, Valheim did. The only thing I wish that it did, like Valheim, is I wish I had a character I could take between worlds. I don't super love that it's a new character for each world. Because, like, if I wanted to play with someone else, it's doing that early game over and over and over and over and over, which I'm not about that. So I wish I could do that. Otherwise, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Professional perspective, I'm a bit surprised it's been so popular. I'm wondering how much of that is down to awareness driven by the Pokemon ripoffs. I think it's doing so well because Pokemon has become so stale. Like, Ruby, or, is it Violet? No. Scarlet and Violet? Whatever the latest one. Like, it was fine, but it wasn't really an open world Pokemon game where this is. And then, of course, there's the discussion around it being not just on Nintendo, right? If you're on PC or Xbox, you can play this game. So it's more people right out the gate as well. Or maybe have not been able to play a Pokemon game because they don't have Nintendo. It's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting. I think this is what a lot of people wanted those games to be. Not saying it's not good enough to warrant the people playing, just there's loads of games that do similar things. A bit of controversy is pretty useful. I think this is what people wanted, and Nintendo wasn't making it. So then they came along, and even though it's like a parody, and obviously the feel of it is very different, they've changed the formula enough to where that's what people wanted. So like even if you're like, oh, it's a Pokemon knockoff, it's not, because they've improved upon it. So it's interesting. Hey Greenleaf, welcome in. How are you? Project Arceus, it was interesting as this, yeah. Almost like if Game Freak put out a small amount of effort, they'd be raking it even more. I feel like they just got comfortable. And yeah, part of that is you're locked behind Nintendo. You're an exclusive. You can do whatever you want with the IP, but you're not doing anything that it's like pushing it forward, if that makes sense. Because stuff, yeah. Obviously, there's a more adult. I think it's also popular because I grew up playing Pokemon. Like, I've played I usually skip a gen of Pokemon. So I'll play a game, skip one, play one, skip one. I've been playing that formula since I was elementary school, right? So now you've given me this with an open world, with a concept I'm already super familiar with. Yeah, I'm gonna latch onto that. Pokemon discussion helped it break out of the gravity well of awareness, yeah. Yeah. Pokemon was a knockoff of something else. I mean, yeah. There's always going to be the, is it inspired by? Is it a knockoff? Games are always inspiring other games. Pokemon probably makes money from merchandising than it does selling the games. Between the anime, the cards, the merchandising, yeah. Hey, Paget, welcome in. How are you? The main colors on these War Dogs. So this one, they're all different. So this one is the orange. Let me lay the theme back out here. So you got orange with black. The character herself has a green scarf, which I think I want to mask this off. And then it'll be on her little missile pod. And then she has white for the rest of her outfit. So here it is all together, but she has like a green camo scarf. So yeah, each one is a character. So it's whatever that character has. And then we were talking about maybe adding in purple across the army, but I don't know exactly where that'll go just yet. But yeah, who didn't want to put rocket launchers on a Lapras? Exactly. I think some of the palettes are a little too close, are far too close to the bone. It's like AI was told to create 100 monsters inspired by Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, etc. Anyway, popular question. Doesn't detract from the game itself. I generally love to see the concept art they made. I haven't read it, but I know that they did put out something about some of the like behind the scenes. So I haven't actually read it yet. I know AI is the big thing that everyone's arguing right now. I think, how do I put this? Obviously, as an artist, not a fan of the AI coming into art, right? Not a fan of that. But it's the fact that the game formula itself is so much better that I think is what needs to be. Like, that's clearly an iteration, right? That's part of it. So the AI thing, I think, still needs to be talked about, obviously, but it's doing well because of the gameplay jump. It's not just Pokemon. If that makes sense, or how I... Do we still need to talk about AI and its place in video games? Absolutely. But it's doing well because of, I think, the gameplay, not necessarily the critters. Does it help you relate as someone who grew up with Pokemon? Yes. Is it a better Pokemon game? Yes. Looking good, thank you. Yeah, as a photographer by trade, it's kind of concerning. It's, we need to talk about it. Obviously, there are things... I mean, it's gonna happen, right? These companies have straight up said they're gonna be using it. I really hate that it's being used for art. Obviously, as a full-time artist, this is concerning to me, even though mine's a little different as I have to put it onto a physical thing. But, like, it's concerning. Using the AI poison thing yet, I have. There's been a lot of different things. It's a joke on the credits. The lead creature artist is Alistair Boticus, but I won't. Uh-oh, what do you have? Wasted mind. Oh yeah, yeah. So you've got Dragon Quest here, who I didn't know until the other day. They have their own Pokemon game. Dragon Quest Monsters is straight up their Pokemon game. I didn't know they had one because they didn't market it here. It's also more hilarious because you can draw direct lines to existing Pokemon. Mankey with a gun, Lapras with a rocket launcher. We were running around calling the Firefox Vulpix, right? Doesn't detract from the game itself. But yeah, the AI discussion definitely... It's scary to watch, and I'm curious where it's gonna end up. But, like... I think there are good, ethical ways to use it. But, like, everyone has to be on board with what that is, right? If it is literally handling the grunt work so an artist can do something and, like, actually do something creative with their time. Obviously, like, I don't know, I feel like that's fine. If you're going just full AR, then no. Time and place is fine, but credit the original. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Obviously, I am outside the industry, but I do love video games, and I love artists, so I hope something can be figured out. But definitely, that's my take on it. Hey, Crash Text. Sorry, there we go. What ward are you making? I'm gonna be honest. I have 4 of them that I'm gonna be working on, and I don't remember the names of each loadout. So this one has these guns. Whatever war dog has this loadout right here is the one that I'm working on. But yeah, we're gonna have 4 different ones, and I don't remember which one this one is called. Well, welcome on in. How are you? I have a hard time memorizing the different loadouts for the knights. Batch painting cyborg. Yeah, I don't know. As an artist, I feel like kind of on the outside because I do have to put something on physical forms. It's just interesting to watch all of it. Usually never on the science side, where it's nothing but how do we use AI better, harder, faster here, and then the complete opposite in the art world. The one that always makes me laugh are the people that are like the people that just don't understand that art is literally you just putting hours in and practicing, right? Like those people are like, well, not all of us can make art. It's like, yes, you can. You just need to, practice it. You need to actually try it. Yes, you can. Those posts always crack me up. They like treat it like not putting time in art's like some pure disability or something. So weird to watch. We have a policy internally. Using AI to help process an ideation is pretty inevitable. We won't publish anything that uses any kind of final product created by AI, nor work that any dev that does. I don't mean stuff that you then trace. Yeah, I think things like that. Absolutely. If it helps like program something quicker, it helps a process faster. So that people can be creative. I think that makes a lot of sense. But it's just, I don't feel like that's where people are at right now. I've gone for the madness build. I can magnetize the guns or buy 36 of them and do 6 each. I may have done the more power to you, more power to you. Well, welcome on in. We're happy to have you. You've got some work cut out for yourself, and I respect it. I respect it. Welcome on in. That's the thing with crediting. You'd have to talk about how much an artist would have to credit anyone they've been inspired by, their piece or art overall. AI is essentially just being inspired by millions of things and outputting at a speed a human never could. Not requiring the artist's practice. There's no craft in the actual art making, just in the making of the AI itself. Yeah. It's interesting. Just all of it. It's just gonna be weird to see where it all shakes out, I think. Yeah, we're already like trying to just make ends meet. It's a weird one. And then you've got companies with the Wacom tablets where like your main audience is artists, and then you use AI art to sell a product to artists. Like there's a lot of missteps here. Can it be useful? Yes. Are people going about it all the wrong way? Also, yes. Aiding creativity is good. Replacing it is not. Yeah. That's a good way to sum it up there. Agreed. I know Live Madness was kind of like memeing on it, like a batch painting cyborg, but like, yeah, if I could. So that I could then do the more fun stuff? Absolutely. You want to paint 20 Marines so I can do a display project? Absolutely. It's a cost-cutting device. Cuts out a paycheck. Not new. Iteration of how technology can display and destroy while creating something new. Yep. Let's see. Currently got the first foot of my first Imperator Titan printing. That's going to be a long-term project. That'll do it. Okay, how long does the foot take to print? Just curious here. How long does the foot take to print? Can also replace, stock photography, which concerns me. That would definitely be a concern, yeah. trying to decide what this band around it should be. I don't think it's necessarily trim, but I don't know if silver is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm gonna set it down for a second. I'll come back to it. It's like the people concerned with profits don't understand what they're actually selling. Never. That would never be the case. A stock trader, yeah, 40% of your income. So yeah, if it's taken over there, that's definitely a concern. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if we had Knights Avian, my impression was 32 mil scale. But maybe I am wrong. I could be wrong. I saw a billboard in London earlier today from Emirates Airlines, like suspiciously AI generated, because no one was showing their hands, and I thought that exact same thing. Yeah, it's definitely a mess. It definitely has me a little worried. I think obviously it doesn't directly come out of like my paycheck, but overall art trends as they are, it definitely has me worried. It's troubling, even if it's not directly on me right now. Plus, it's just messed up. Support your artists. It was the most generic. Give me 3 women taking a selfie on a plane image I've ever seen. Let's see, only 18 hours. By the time I finish, it will stand about 4 to 5 feet tall. It's gonna be as big as I am. Cool. That's pretty intense. Gonna be badass, though. Worth it. Worth it. I think Titanicus Imperator would be getting up to 32 mil. Warhammer, possibly, probably. I don't know how the scale works out there, but it seems like it would make sense. I'm trying to phase out billboards for years. I don't think I've ever seen a billboard and be like, yep, that's that's my purchasing decision done. The only time I use a billboard's like on a road trip. I just need to know where something's at. Numbers have been flexible. Yeah, they're not super consistent in some of those novels and things. Not the point of billboards. Yeah, I've never made a purchasing decision because of a billboard. Alright. I'll just work on this for a little bit. I got a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna regroup for some lunch. I'll start stippling the heck out of that later. There's subliminal messages? I don't think that works for me either. The billboards I'm thinking of, and I don't know how many of my audience right now is US. Whenever we drive up to Adepticon, you have to go through Missouri. There is something called Merrimack Caverns. And it's just like, it's like a tourist trappy type place. But the billboards for that start like 100+ miles away from it. And it's literally every mile you get a billboard for these freaking Merrimack Caverns. And that's the only thing I think of for billboards. Is this stupid cavern that I never ever want to go to. Like south of the border. What do you mean? Most of the billboards are either religious or food-based. Also that, yeah. They're supposed to be when you want a thing. Your brain thinks of it. All I think of is how much I effing hate Merrimack Caverns. That's literally it. Central London is less large billboards, more just on the sides of buses and bus stops. Yeah, we have more land in which to annoy drivers with, so that's what we get. IRL stream to Merrimack Caverns. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. You don't love a novelty roadside attraction? Not so much, no. Especially not when I've been seeing it for about 200 miles. Because here's the thing, right? Then you get past stupid Merrimack Caverns. And then you start getting the billboards for another like 50 miles of turn back. You missed Merrimack Caverns. You missed it. Go back. Merrimack Caverns. It's on, like Slam said with the bus stops. It's on, like a lot of that's still, like, country land. So it's, like, on the side of a barn. They've, like, leased out the side of their barn for this stupid cavern. Billboards are illegal? I would love that. Get rid of them. I feel like going to random US roadside attraction, middle of nowhere. So people get trapped in a horror film? Yeah, there's no way it ends well. Yeah. There's so many just... Scott's dad will go to him. If there's, like, the biggest ball of yarn or whatever, he'll go to him when they're doing road trips. He's the one that'll get snatched up in a horror movie. Like, he uses it as just, like, a chance to stretch his legs, but, like, you're never gonna catch me at them. No, thank you. I'm 7 foot tall mutant called Bubba. Chasing the bear trap on a chain or something. Yep. Merrimack Cavern. You get to the end, and then that's it. You gotta fight your way out of Merrimack Cavern. I guess the subliminal worked. I'm here on stream telling 88 people about Merrimack Cavern. But also, F Merrimack. Oh, sorry, welcome in. How are you? Welcome to the terrorist trap. Yup. Literal trap. Actual literal trap. The barn adds a classic roadside attraction staple. It's like the folk art version of Disney World. It's all pain. But yeah. If you've ever just driven through Missouri, you've seen them. We really do have, like, the worst road trip up to Adepticon. Because it's Oklahoma, which is god-awful. Into Missouri, which is slightly prettier, but Merrimack Caverns. And then Illinois is actually the prettiest, because it's all... Southern Illinois is all farmland, and it's actually kind of pretty. In, like, a very rural, small town kind of way. God, Oklahoma is just a cesspit. I'm painting my Dark Ages with a brown paper back in my head so no one can make fun of me. Why would people make fun of you? Next D&D campaign, a compulsory side mission where they end up at Merrimack Caverns. I look forward to it. No. That's a more horror campaign than Strahd. You know what? That would actually be a really fun D&D campaign. It's like an American road trip. And each, like, session is a different little roadside attraction. You could do literally anything. It could be an eldritch horror in the caverns. It would actually be pretty fun, Slam. I end up writing something called the Wacky Shack. Yeah, exactly. I think it would actually be... Slam, I think, is onto something here. I think it would actually be pretty fun. Because you could do literally... You could make it so off-the-wall crazy. I'm saying this. It's probably on, like, Drive-Thru RPG or something. Someone's had to have come up with this before, but... You find a giant made purely from hay bales. Yeah, you're trapped in a sentient corn maze. It would be so easy to come up with something. Or, like, Monster of the Week type stuff. Yeah. Yeah. What do armadillos carry? Why would I know that? I don't know. I've never seen an armadillo. The only time I see an armadillo is dead in freaking Oklahoma. That's all Oklahoma's good for, is just sane roadkill. I don't know what they carry. You live in Texas. Yeah, I've never seen an armadillo in Texas. I live in a city. I have no idea. Smashed by the 60-foot muffler man. I went to Adepticon that one time. We drove from New York. We knew there was fun. I'm so glad we got to. Adepticon's a good time. How long is that drive from New York, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not looking forward to the drive again this year. I feel like Scott and I are getting dangerously close to just flying next year. It's just, I don't know that it's ever worth it bringing all this stuff. I think we're getting real close. Like, I'm supposed to know things, spooters can kill me in Oz. Well, you don't live there. Why would you need to know that? The heat. The heat will kill me here. Yeah, no, I'm in a large city. The heat is the only thing that can kill me. I don't remember exactly. It was many hours. It took 2 days. Yeah, we break ours into. We could do it in 1 day, but man, it's a haul. Better to just split it up. Because even if you do it in 1 day, you're just arriving there super late anyway, and you don't want to see anyone because you've been in a car all day, and it's awful. So we end up splitting ours up too. I just assume everything's trying to kill me and kill it back before I can do whatever it's gonna do. Slam's already living in Australia with his spider Thunderdome situation. The heat or the broken hearts over the Cowboys? I don't have that second one, so it's just the heat. You're still you're still hoping for the Cowboys. You haven't lived in Texas long enough. You actually die from shame. The snake bites you, the venom makes you contort into a weird arch and then pee into your own face. You die from shame. Are the angry Oklahomans? They know I'm right. Oklahoma's a dump. Just a state-sized dump. Surely it's Oklahoman. Surely. They know I'm right. A lot of my friends went to college in Oklahoma, and I was just like, I don't get it. Why? The only explanation I could come up with was they just literally needed out of their house. Choose Oklahoma is not it, fam. Not it. Are the schools good? Yeah. But you're also in Oklahoma for 4 years. Alright, we're gonna do a few more washes. I'm gonna take a few more cheap shots at Oklahoma, and then I'm gonna get some lunch. We will be back tomorrow. Hopefully with the next night. Like I said, it's not even primed yet, so I'm gonna see just timing if I can get the next one together for tomorrow. If not, we will probably work on Imperial Fists or that Cavalier Marshal. We'll see how we're feeling. So we have a few options, but it will be Warhams. So if you want to join for some more Warhams, we'll be back tomorrow. We will not have stream on Wednesday because I'm going to actually work on Vegeta. I didn't get to last week, and I was really upset that I didn't get to. So I'm going to take that. The Seraphon basing should be ready, though. So I will try to get that posted here this week. We'll have a YouTube video, but not a stream. More like Butlahoma. You're right. You consistently get top tier humor for me for free. I should be charging you. I know, and then I take away your meme commands. I'm just the worst. Thank you, Slam. Thank you for still being here for me. Thank you for putting up with me. I do appreciate it. And I just take your stuff away. Take away the toys. Every day it gets harder, but got you. Scott only shows up when his stuff's getting worked on, right? What's up with that? Scott's like, can I have my horse yet? Working on it. We decided to go with a challenging pony paint scheme. Now you have to wait. Horse. Look at this horse. I had to go back and repaint your horse. It's cool. I like the I like bringing in the different colors for the mane. It's kind of fun. I need to clean it up quite a bit, but it's fun. Alright, this character has green eyes and then an eye patch, so I kept the lens. We're gonna make that her eye patch. We'll do a little bit of an OSL here on her little eyeball. And then he just reminds me that this isn't his model, that I'm not working on his model. Look at that. Look at that. What am I gonna do? I had to work on. I don't know what's going on. Just giving you a hard time. That's all. Nikki does free repaints? Oh no. For Scott, yes. Oh no. What would you even repaint? What would you even repaint? My man says, that's cool, but what if they were all purple? Nasco says, if I asked you to paint my model horse, would you say yay or nay? I see you, Nasco. How are you? Welcome in. I would neigh along as we paint your horse. Hello. Okay. Got eye started. Eye patch started. What else can we do in the 12 minutes we have left together? I don't know. What's my answer? I don't know. There's gotta be something I can tinker on here for a second. This is mostly good. I'm gonna get it on there and see if it needs anything else. That's drying. This needs to be taped off before I can finish it. We do need to decide what color the lens is gonna be. I feel like green is my immediate answer because it works off nicely with the orange, but we also have a couple different greens, which I guess I should see if that's gonna work nicely. I feel like it would, but I'm gonna think on that for a second. We can just chill, dude. Yeah, just chill. Work on horse for 12 minutes. And then a scarf for it? Go for it, Avian. You can absolutely do that. I think we're just gonna chill for a second. Or we just end early and I go get lunch, which is probably what we're gonna do here until I can figure out what that's gonna be. And get the stippling done, because the stippling is kind of the next big part that I just have been avoiding with stream. Otherwise, I would have done that already. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up here. I like lunch. Yeah, lunch sounds good. I'll go get lunch. So we will be back tomorrow with some kind of Warhammer. It'll either be, if I can get the next night ready, we'll work on the next night. If not, we do have Horse that I really want to finish, because that's part of my monthly stuff. And we do have a very large Imperial Wisp army that we are working on. So one of those, depending on what I feel like. Thought I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, that's stream elements. I don't know. Maybe I goofed up a time, like a cooldown or something. Maybe I broke it. I'll look at it for tomorrow before we change it. All right. Anyway, we will be back here tomorrow. Hang tight. I'm going to look for someone to raid. If the lovely Jankles is on, we'll probably go over there. Otherwise, I'll see who else is on doing stuff. So thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out. If you do need my socials, that's all down below. We do have our Discord, which is where I do more updates and things like that. Yep. Sorry, Slam. Sorry. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm on the front page, by the way. Oh, thank you. I am driven. Thank you for that. I feel bad now that we have to go. But yeah, I'm going to go grab some lunch. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.